Good morning. Happy Thursday, May 14th. I'm Miss Keck. Welcome to reading. We're talking about forces that change the earth. And, before we do our work, it's always good to get in a good spot where we feel centered and focused, either through breathing, finding a spot where you feel relaxed and ready to learn, a place free of distractions. And I know some of you have said that you like to wear headphones because, sometimes when you're home, it's not real easy to find a quiet spot to focus. And for those of you that have shared that, you go in your room or the table, different places. And then sometimes maybe it's the place where you normally go and it's just not working that day. You just might have to be okay and find a different spot. I came up to the top of a mountain, and mountains definitely have been created from forces in nature. And today's reading's on tsunamis, and we're up probably, I'm guessing, about 600 feet. I can look when I go home. I'm not completely sure, but I took a screenshot and I can show you the topographical map as well. While I was sitting here, I found this bark, and I thought, ooh, it kind of reminds me of elephant skin. But then it also really reminds me, remember Tuesday when I showed you the asphalt and how from the plates moving, how it's caused all of the cracks and holes and changes in the Earth's crust? Well, like this could kind of be like the Earth's crust. And if there was like a volcano or something underneath, see how it kind of bends and flexes? But then it's just going to get to a point when there's so much force, it's going to break. So that's kind of what was happening to the road there. The asphalt will bend a tiny bit, but after a while, it just kind of, when there's too much force underneath, either pushing up or moving back and forth. Oh, that really moved it. Maybe you could find a piece of bark or something where you could sort of recreate the Earth's crust and feel, if you put, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of pushing with my thumbs, not real hard. I could do really hard, and that would be like a very sudden movement of the earth, but I'm kind of doing gentle just to kind of test this imaginary crust to see how strong and how weak it is. I'm testing, and as I'm doing it, I can feel that there's some places that are going to break a lot easier than others, and that's the same with the Earth's crust. There's places in the Earth's crust where it's thicker or thinner, or the material is packed together a little better, so that if there is force underneath, either from a volcano or from an earthquake, from the tectonic plates moving, that there might not be as much noticeable changes on the surface. And then other places where the crust is more weak, like bloop, you could notice it really quickly. So something else that's interesting, this looks like a really big tree, but it's actually just a little tiny stick. It's kind of in the way, and I could break it off, but I kind of like to leave nature in its place because it was there for a reason and I want to respect it. So this is one of the higher places around. Over there is the ocean. We're up probably about 600 feet. And see, way down there is the bay. Yaquina Bay, the bayfront is over that way. And then over there, I think, is Toledo. So hi, everybody. I miss you. Check this guy out. I thought I knew what I was here to do, but sometimes you gotta stop and watch when you see something cool. Look at his legs. And he's got a little bug on top of him. You see that? Another one. So I hope that you're nice and relaxed and you're ready to learn about tsunamis and about generalizing with Mr. Barron. And with that lesson, that's where you're kind of taking things that you know and things that you've read and put them together. So, like, I knew about the Earth's crust because I read about it. And then when I found this piece of bark, I thought, I can probably recreate forces of nature with this. And so that's kind of what you're doing in today's lesson, is you're taking information that's new, and some of it you already know, and you're learning to, or practicing, maybe you already know how to do this, but you're practicing taking new information into information that you know, and then putting that together and coming up with a different idea. So I hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to our meeting at 11.